Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, we'll be discussing certain details about how to compute a new profit sharing ratio when it is admission of partner. So when we discuss about computation of new profit sharing ratio, this is especially when a new partner is supposed to be admitted into this kind of business or a firm. When we discuss that a new partner is supposed to be admitted, there is a new profit sharing ratio that has to be derived because the earlier or the existing profit sharing ratio will be revamped because the new partner will get in a new profit sharing share here. So hence this is really important to understand how to compute any kind of admission ratio or a new profit sharing ratio that will be utilized further whenever a new profit sharing ratio is supposed to be utilized for calculation of goodwill, either depreciation or either any kind of sharings of profit and losses. So let's understand how to get this thing done with an illustration that will be mentioned down here for your reference. Let's figure it out with the kind of examples that will be giving you for your understanding. There are certain steps that you have to follow before we could go ahead with the computation of new profit sharing ratio. However, once you understand all these steps, there are a three-step process that we can understand, and once you understand this specific process or set of processes, you will be able to guide through or understand how a new profit sharing ratio is supposed to be formed. So let's go with the step one. So the step one that has been mentioned here is deduct the offer shared by 1. That means whatever amount of share has been offered to any kind of partner or any kind of admissible partner, we deduct his share from the one whole part. That means 1 minus xxx amount, which means 1 minus any kind of fraction which has been offered to any partner who is being admitted. This is step 1. Let's figure out step 2. Now, the second step that refers to is whatever balance has been left after subtracting the part which has been offered to the new admissible partner, whatever balance is left has to be divided into the old profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. So, for example, X is the share that has been provided to one partner. So 1 minus X is the balance that is left. Now this can be called as Y. Supposingly we name it as Y. Y has to be shared between partner A and partner B in their old profit sharing ratio. This is step 2. Once that is done, then we can go ahead with the step 3 process. Now the step 3 here will be allocation of the new profit sharing ratio. That means whatever profit has been now finalized, including the earlier share that has been given to the admissible partner, all these things will be allocated together, and that will be the composition of new profit sharing ratio here. So this is how you go ahead with the formation of or computation of new profit sharing ratio. To make it better or to make you understand this thing in a very clear and concise manner, let's solve a certain illustration or rather an example which will help you how to figure out or how to compute a new profit sharing ratio. Let's get that done. Now the illustration that has been mentioned here is about two partners who take C as a new partner. Now A and B are two partners here, and they're sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. Now A and B decide that they will take C as a new partner here. Now we have to calculate the new profit sharing ratio if C is given 1/10 of the share. That means they agree to give C 1/10 of the share of the new business or any profit sharing ratio here. Now we need to follow these three steps that we have understood earlier to understand or to figure out how to calculate the profit sharing ratio here. So the step one that has been decided here is whatever share has been allotted to the new partner will be subtracted from 1. So as you can see, we have made the calculation. 1 minus 1/10 gives you something as balance, that is 9 upon 10. Now that is the balance that has to be discussed further, or that has to be shared further between A and B in their old profit sharing ratio. So let's figure out how to get that done. Now the balance has to be shared between two partners or the existing two partners between the old profit sharing ratio, that is 9 upon 10. The balance will be shared between A and B as per their old profit sharing ratio. So just to compare the old profit sharing ratio, 3 upon 5 is the ratio of A and 2 upon 5 is the ratio of B, because the ratio that they're sharing the profit is 3:2. So if you can see, we have made the calculation. That means whatever balance was left has been equally divided between A and B, which gives you a ratio of 27 upon 50 and 18 upon 50. So 27 is to 18 is the ratio that is of the new profit sharing between A and B. Now, if the same has to be compared with C, then you have to figure out that 1 upon 10th is the ratio that has been provided. So to bring down the LCM as 50, which is common here, we have multiplied 10 into 5, which will give you a common base of 50, and the same thing has been multiplied above as well. That gives you 27 is to 18 is to 5 as the new profit sharing ratio for A, B and C. So this is how the computation of new profit sharing ratio is supposed to be done. Understand that these three-step process, or rather the first two steps, are more important to figure out how to calculate the new profit sharing ratio, and then the last step is about allocation of ratios accordingly, because one share will be somewhere around in multiples or the lowest multiples here, and the answers that you get after deriving or equally dividing the balance between the old partners, that will be something into higher multiples of the same multiple as compared to the lowest one. So you need to figure out, just like the way we did in this sum, that is 50 was the common base as per the answer shared between A and B. The same thing was supposed to be done for C, and that's the reason why we multiplied by 5 to get a common denominator as 50. The same thing has to be done in step 3. But before that, computation of the new profit sharing ratio for the old partners is also really important, basis on the new profits or the new partners existing share. So this is how the computation of new profit sharing ratio is supposed to be done. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and keep subscribing to Ekeeda.